We are here with my new franchise team. We're going to be doing a team that has pretty much been irrelevant compared to what they were in the 90s when they were the best and most popular team in the NBA. We're going to be doing a franchise series with the Chicago Bulls. Since 1998, after they three-peated, they've only won 5 playoff series, 2 of those being when they went to the conference finals in 2011. It's sad to say, though, that since 2017, they have been one of the worst teams in the NBA. So before we get back into the video, I want to give a word from today's sponsor, an app I use all the time, SeatGeek. The NBA season is finally here, and you also have the NFL in full swing, college basketball and college football, and I'm going to be using SeatGeek to go to my favorite teams' games, either being the New York Knicks, the Temple Owls, or my Pittsburgh Steelers as well. And I need to tell you guys about my special hookup with SeatGeek if you're trying to attend any games this season. It is a no-brainer. You can use my code SROS10, SROS10 for 10% off any tickets with SeatGeek. Either this is your first time using SeatGeek or you already have an account, you can use my code. And it's not just sporting events as well. It could be concerts, festivals, anything like that. It's on SeatGeek. SeatGeek rates a scale of 1 to 10. So look for the green dots. That means you're getting a good deal. Red dots means you're not getting a good deal. So take out your phone, open up the SeatGeek app, use code SROS10, SROS10. You can see it on your screen now. Add it to your account. What are you waiting for? It's for a limited time only. Thank you again to SeatGeek for sponsoring today's video. So what is going on, everybody? How is everybody doing today? If you want episode 2, 3,000 likes, drop a thumbs up on this video if you guys want to get episode 2. Episode 1 is going to be all of season number 1. We're going to start here at the beginning of the 2025 season and on the beginning of the 2026 season. And I expect a lot is going to go down today. In the Wizards franchise, a lot of that was developing the internal young core that we have. And while the Bulls do have some fun young pieces, they still have, I think, a ways to go. We have to trade Zach LaVine sooner than later. We're going to try to move Nikola Vucevic, but who wants him right now? So yeah, a lot of question marks with this team, but like I said, there are still fun young pieces. So Lonzo Ball, it's a cool story. He's back. He's fully healthy for the first time since January 2022. He's making a lot of money this year, though. I don't know if he's going to be part of our future long-term plans because there are some other guards that I may prioritize their development over. That person could be Josh Giddey, the return they got for Alex Caruso last offseason. We'll see if a contract extension were to work out with him. I doubt it does, and we'll see if he's going to be asking for a max contract at the end of this year. Kobe White, the breakout star from last year on this Bulls team, he's still under a great contract for the next 2 years. Same with Ayo Dosunmu, about $7 million a year. He broke out in year number 3 last year, was a really good three-point shooter. I don't expect Javon Carter to be on this team after this year, nor Talen Horton-Tucker. Dalen Terry was a first-round pick in 2022, and that is not looking too good. He's been all right. There were some flashes in year number 2. We'll see if he could do anything in year number 3. Zach LaVine, obviously making a lot of money. What a lot of people think his contract is untradeable. We're going to try our best to get off of it in this season. Matas Buzelis, their first-round pick this year, the 11th overall pick. We want to develop him. And then there's Chris Duarte, who also probably won't be here after this season. They gave Patrick Williams 5-year, $90 million in the offseason. Now, I'm still high on Patrick Williams. He has not had a good preseason so far, but I do think there's still good enough 3D potential. I don't think Torrey Craig will be back next year. I think Julian Phillips has shown great athleticism and has a chance. And AJ Liddell could be a rotational piece at one point as well. And then, yeah, Nikola Vucevic, who was in year number 2 of that 3-year deal he signed last offseason. I like the pickup of Jalen Smith this offseason as a good backup center. And I even like Adama Sanogo as a potential 3rd-string center. So as we look through this team right now, like I said, LaVine is making a lot of money going forward. Lonzo Ball's $21 million will be off of the shelf. And what's nice about Chicago, we should be a free agency destination throughout this. I mean, Vucevic's contract at the end of the year could become a little bit more tradable, but we'll see. And then there's Patrick Williams, Kobe White, Jalen Smith, and Ayo Dosunmu, who in my opinion are all under good deals. We do own our first-round pick this year, but it is top 10 protected. So that is the worst possible scenario for the Bulls, in my opinion, is they're too good. They end up with the 11th pick in the draft, and that's going to go to San Antonio. I kind of want to bottom out, unless this team makes a run in the East, which it's not going to. So then I would like for this team to hopefully land its top 10 pick in this upcoming draft. So that's something we're going to have to keep an eye on as well. And here's what the rotation is going to look like this year. Josh Giddey, Kobe White, Zach LaVine, point guard, shooting guard, small forward. Then you have Patrick Williams and Nikola Vucevic in the starting 5. That does not scream playoffs whatsoever. And then the bench, you have Ayo Dosunmu, Jalen Smith, Matas Buzelis, Lonzo Ball, and Dalen Terry. I do want to see what Dalen Terry can do. Also, the head coach, Billy Donovan. We are 4-star balanced, which is kind of surprising, but I don't really expect him to be on this team either after this year. This could be a brand new Bulls team at the end of this season. And we're starting off this season against the New Orleans Pelicans, a team that we could definitely beat, but like I said before, do I want to win these games, right? Do I want to see this team potentially flirt with the play-in tournament, and then we miss out on our first-round pick? As CJ McCollum's going to go to the rim. He's going to miss that. Good defense there from Coby White, and that's something I'd like to see from Coby this year. I'd like him to improve his defensive ability. He's trying to get... Oh, he had Zach LaVine inside right there. Josh Giddey and Patrick Williams working the pick and roll. Giddey doing what he does best, finding the open man, and Coby White is going to knock down that three for the first bucket of the Chicago Bulls season. And Zion Williamson is going to be a very tough test for Patrick Williams today, but he picks up his first rebound, and that's why he got $90 million for his elite defensive potential. I wouldn't say he's elite defensively right now, but he definitely has the potential to be a great defender. That's why he was drafted 4th overall back in 2020. And I just feel like it's kind of bleak in the Chicago Bulls locker room right now, just because there's obviously no goal of winning a championship this year. The veterans like LaVine and Vucevic probably want majority of the touches. So is there going to be an opportunity for guys to develop this year, as Josh Giddey is going to miss that three in the corner? Patrick Williams driving, kicks it over to Zach LaVine in the corner, does not get DeJounte Murray in the air. All right, Vucevic, you make $20+ million a year. Let's see what you could do. There we go. Coby White wide open in the corner. Nice pass there from Vooch, as Coby White's got 6 points here to start off the season. Zach LaVine in the corner there. Nice find from Josh Giddey, and Zach LaVine knocks down that three. There is an exciting piece about Josh Giddey because he showed so many flashes with OKC in his first 2 years in this league. He had a down first half last year, but did finish the season strong in the regular season. We'll see what he can be for us. Obviously, there is defensive question marks. And as much as I love Coby White, I don't love his defense. So, yeah, just having White and Giddey in that backcourt is not good defensively. And I know it sounds cliche, but defense does win championships in a way. So I need guys that are good defenders, as they're going to send the double team. Zach LaVine's wide open again. Coby White not helping me out too much with the spacing, but Vooch may be able to dominate today against Herb Jones, who's the opposing center. Like, what are we doing, Josh Giddey? Fouling DeJounte Murray, allowing them to get a 4-point play. Zach LaVine driving right there. Ayo Dosunmu should be wide open, and that play is going to work, but Ayo does not finish that shot right there, who was, like I said, a very good three-point shooter last year. 40% from three on good value, and is under a phenomenal contract as well, as that's also been a thing with the Bulls. Vucevic not doing a great job rim protecting, allowing Herb Jones to get that alley-oop. Ayo's going to get another crack at this three, and that is going to be good. Let's go. A motto I want for this team is, let's just take a bunch of threes this year. I think that's the only chance that we can get at being in these games, and I would like to still be competitive at times. More so, let's get some of this trade value up and hopefully see good things about these young players rather than winning games. But I do think if this team takes a bunch of threes, we can be in it in most of these games. Coby White and Vucevic driving, as that's a charge, really? Vucevic with the steal, kicks that up to Coby White, and Coby White is going to have 8 points here in the first quarter on opening night. They're running a screen for Brandon Ingram. Zach LaVine cannot do a good job getting over those screens. We have a very high offensive first quarter. They're probably going to send the double again. Coby White, stay over there. You were wide open. Coby White, though, is going to knock that down. 10 points here in the first 6 minutes for Coby. I would assume another wide open three. That one, unfortunately, is no good. We're just going to keep letting them rip, honestly. Take as many threes as possible. CJ McCollum driving. Patrick Williams has done a good job on Zion this game. We haven't really seen too much of Zion offensively. And as I say that, yeah, he gets a dunk to give them the lead. They're going to send the double again on Vucevic, so this should be open season here. Patrick Williams' turn to get a three, and that is going to be no good. But Vucevic on the rebound. Let's see what he can do inside. This is about to be a 5-second. Patrick Williams, 2 for $1. Come on, Pat. Well, there we go. That one goes in. We have hit a ton of threes so far in the first 7 minutes of this game. And that is an exciting part about this team offensively, though, is because we can go 5 out, and everybody on the floor can shoot the three ball, and honestly at a good clip if Vucevic is on Zion. What are we? Whoa! I didn't know he had that in his bag. Vucevic and Dosunmu working the pick and pop. Let's kick that out to Vooch, who's going to get a three ball up, and that one is going to be no good. But yeah, 5 rebounds and 4 assists for Vucevic to start off this game. The goal, yeah, get that trade value up. We want to find a team that would be interested in getting Vucevic, either it being a Phoenix. Wow, they hit a 3 right there. I don't think it'd be in New York. Maybe in New Orleans. You never know. What are we doing? And it's a dunk contest for Zion right now. Vooch is kind of getting over everybody right now, making Zion look small. And my man is heating up right now on opening night. Brandon Ingram, 3 ball is no good, rebounded by Zach LaVine. We're going to get another wide open 3 here. Patrick Williams over to LaVine. Great ball movement by the Bulls, and LaVine misses the 3. Patrick Williams with the screen, kick that over to Coby White, who has a chance to have 13 points. Is that going to go in? Yes, it does. Coby White's got 13 points here in the first quarter. Now it's time to watch Lonzo Ball and Jalen Smith go to work in the pick and roll. Lonzo's going to get to the rim. First regular season points since January of 2022. I will say our defensive rebounding has been pretty good so far as well. Patrick Williams has a smaller man on him in DeJounte Murray. Terrible spacing. Like, what is Jalen Smith doing right now, dude? Get out of the paint, and then he turns it over. I'm going to lose my mind. LaVine got Herb Jones in the air. He's going to go right at Daniel Theis and get to the line. Lonzo Ball gets open. He got Jose Alvarado in the air. But once again, the floor spacing is abysmal. Lonzo should have a wide open mid-range right there. We weren't going to get it. And now I got to settle for a post fadeaway LaVine shot over Alvarado. Not what you want. DeJounte goes off on us. You know what? Honestly, fun offensive first quarter to start off the year. The defense could definitely use some work. Here's the first look at Matas Buzelis here. Let's see what he can do. Can we get his first points of his career? I don't want to force anything, but yeah, I was forcing something. Hey, I had to move with the nice steal right there. Up to Zach LaVine, and we know he can put on a show. He's going to slam it. 1-point game. I will not be playing this full game. I just want to see what Matas Buzelis can do. Because obviously we'd like for him to build into something like maybe a hybrid wing that's going to be a good defender, can post up, but can also shoot the ball a little bit as well. And he's going to get a nice contest there on Javonte Green. That's going to be no good, but we got limited size in there as Daniel Theis is definitely having his way with Jalen Smith. Oh my God, Jalen Smith is not doing his job. Daniel Theis is making him look so small. Lonzo's driving in. LaVine's wide open for 3, and LaVine's got 12 points. And the thing I worry about Buzelis, can he create separation? He's going to get to the rim right there, but he's not going to get his first points. We got to watch that live. Zach LaVine coming off a screen. He's going to get another look at a 3-ball. No good. We're just letting them rip, honestly. Lonzo's going to pull up, but this is what I like about Jalen Smith. He can also space the floor. Bang, there we go. LaVine driving, kicks it over to Jalen Smith, who has DeJounte Murray on him. Let's go to work. All right, they're sending the double. All right, oh my, see, why is LaVine coming to me? And Daniel Theis can guard 2 guys. I hate it so much. Luckily we do score though. The spacing in this game never makes any sense. It's like nobody watched any of the 2014 Spurs. So let's see how the team looks when I'm not controlling them. They actually go on a little bit of a run here. Oh my God. Okay, the Bulls are making me look bad. We win opening night 114-105. LaVine had 29 points. Coby White had 22. Matas Buzelis, it was tough for him at the start, but he did get it going. He had 8 points in this one. Okay. That was a good start to the season. I'll take it. So that is a good start to the season for sure. Did anybody get hurt? Nobody got hurt. You love to see it. Can we respond? All right, we're 2-0. Are we trying to win the title this year? And now LaVine drops 30. Coby White with 25, 5, and 10. Vucevic with 23 and 14. Giddey with 22 and 12. I'm also trying out new sliders as well. We're going to go 85 trade negotiation difficulty, 60 simulator difficulty, and obviously 100 CPU resign aggressiveness. And then also going to do 30 progression rate, 75 regression rate. And then we ended up losing by 7 here to the Oklahoma City Thunder. Okay, I mean, it is the Thunder. They are the best team in the league on paper, or one of at least. And then we ended up beating the Grizzlies by 14, a game in which Ja Morant had a triple-double, but our depth is getting it done. Giddey 6 of 8, Vucevic 6 of 7, Dosunmu 6 of 10, LaVine 8 of 12. Efficient shots all around. And we're going to end the month of October still with a winning record, 3-2, but we do lose by 14 to the Orlando Magic. But we start off November with a nice blowout win against the Nets, a team we should definitely be blowing out as Coby White dropped 37. Kobe's off to a fantastic start. So through the first 10 games, we are 4-6 currently in the Eastern Conference. That would put us as the 10th seed. I'm just excited. Like, you guys are probably seeing this after the season has started up. It's just gonna be cool to look at the standings again and actually see teams play somewhere. We have a minus 2.4 point differential. We have yet to win a home game. Are you kidding me? Come on, let's end that right now and let's beat Cleveland. Oh my God, we lost by 32. Our fans are gotta be booing us galore. We're 0-5 at home to start off the year. That's insane. Nationally televised game against the Knicks on the road, and we get blown out of the building. Jalen Smith was our leading scorer. But speaking of Jalen Smith, he's off to a great offensive season. So here's our first NBA Cup game. Let's see if we can maybe make a run in this. And as I say that, oh God, the team that just blew us out at home, oh my God, was up by 30 at the end of the first half. All right, I don't think we're going to be winning the NBA Cup this year. We ended up losing 153 to 117. All right, we should be able to beat the Houston Rockets and pick up our our first home win of the season. All right, our defense has not been good right now. It's not. So 111. Okay, we're going back and forth right now. We're up by 3. All right, let's see if LaVine can actually take over and be a true number 1 on this team. Matas, not good spacing with Coby White right there, but it gets Coby White open. He misses it, but Buzelis is right there with the slam. Okay, Matas, that was nice. He's trying to win a game for the home crowd right now. We're up by 5. 3.5 minutes left. Can Kobe guard Jalen Green? I'm not too scared of Tari Easton pulling up. Like, no way Tari Easton's hitting those. Wow, that looked kind of close. We got Jalen Green in the air. Can Kobe White get to the rim? Let's just go strong at the rim. Wow, I thought I was going to get a foul call right there. I got nothing. Jalen Green with a clean step back three. That's good. We got a 2-point game. Oh, we got the Giddy cam there in the top right. What is Chicago trying to do with that? All right. Wow. Vucevic is bodying Şengün in there, and he's going to get to the line. I don't know what's going on with this cam thing. As Vucevic knocks down both. Okay. Are we getting prime Orlando Vuce right now? 24, 12, and 6. That would be a 180 if Vucevic actually turned into like a beast offensive player for us. But the thing with him is the defense. Let's see it on display. Oh, he just looks so slow out there. Josh Giddey's got 13 rebounds, only 4 assists in this game. You'd think it'd be a little bit opposite, but he's a good rebounding guard for sure. All right, Kobe White going to come off some screens. He's going to get a great look. That is a long 2, unfortunately. He's going to knock it down, though. We're back up by 4. Dillon Brooks for 3. That is no good. Rebounded by Josh Giddey. Oh, Levine is kind of cherry picking up there. He's got, what is that, Van Vliet on him? Josh Giddey's open. He's got Şengün on him. Oh, and he got Şengün in the air. Kick that over to Vooch. One more to Pat Will. All right, let's just go back to Vooch. He's got Dillon Brooks on him. All right, we're going to get the double. I see you, Kobe White. Giddey. Oh, my God. The spacing here is just not great whatsoever. Giddey's going to miss. Get the rebound. Can I please score on this possession? Kobe White for 3. Come on, catch and shoot. Bang, let's go. I got a 3 into that. He's got 24. We're up by 7. I will say, I'm having a lot more fun with the Chicago Bulls offense than I was with the Washington Wizards offense at the start of that franchise. It just seems like we're kind of good right now, but obviously that is expected as the Wizards have one of the worst offenses in the NBA. Oh, give me that steal with Zach LaVine, and Zach LaVine should be able to throw down a nice dunk right now. That's going to be the dagger. We're finally going to win a home game. We got 2 road games before our second NBA Cup game. We get blown out by the Detroit Pistons. Why can't we capitalize on that momentum? And then we lost by 10 to the Bucks. Can we win a home NBA Cup game? We're at home here against Atlanta, a team we could definitely beat. And we're up by 6 with 6 minutes to go. And we're up by 11 with 2.5. We're going to win an NBA Cup game here at home. LaVine had 22 points. Patrick Williams had 19. He's been solid this year. You'd like him to score a little bit more. But 42 from 3, 84 from the line, I'm going to take that. But then we can't rattle off 2 wins in a row. We did win the first 2 games of the year, but we have yet to gone on a winning streak since. NBA Cup game against the Wizards. Hey, we could win a cup game here and just kind of maybe try to advance to the Final Four of that. We have a great first quarter, not a great second quarter, but we are going to hold on to our lead. We're going to beat them by 19. LaVine had 36 in this one. But can we win 2 games in a row? No, we can't. We end up losing by 8, man. I don't know if I'm going to see us win back-to-back games all year long. I got offered Bogdan Bogdanovic and a first-round pick for Kobe White. We're declining that. I'm not moving Kobe. We gave up 45 points to the Celtics in the first quarter. Yeah, we're getting blown out at home once again. We have been, all right, it is a 9-point game. 10-point game. All right, yeah, we have just not been a good home team whatsoever this year. I had 23 in this one. Not going to jinx anything. I'm going to knock on wood, but we have been healthy this year, which has been nice. Also, if I were going to add people to a trading block, Zach LaVine's going to be on the trading block. Nikola Vucevic will be on the trading block. I think that's it, unless somebody wants to give me something for THT and Javon Carter. I really won't say I have any true untouchables. I'll say Kobe White is an untouchable right now. Like, I don't really want to field offers for him. I'd assume who I would think about moving because he does have 2 years left on his deal. Do I want to give him a big-ish extension? Like, could he get Trey Murphy money? Could he get 28 mil a year? I don't think so. That's probably more in line with Kobe White. How has Dalen Terry been this year? Oh, God, man. Jeez. That's not good. All right, so we're in our last week here, and then you get to the NBA Cup finale. We do beat Brooklyn. There we go. So we could start targeting these guys this year. Obviously, we want to just scout all the top dudes because I do think that we're going to be picking pretty high in the 2025 draft. So obviously, Cooper Flagg would be such a good addition to this team. Probably won't want to get Ace Bailey just because I've seen him in the past, but could also be a good option for us. Nolan Traore or Dylan Harper. We could use a guard, VJ Edgecombe, Kamal Muach. All could be options for us going forward. We are going to send EJ Liddell, DJ Stewart, and Adama Sanogo back to the G League. Yep, it's win 1, lose 1, win 1, lose 1. We can't win 2 in a row. Here have been the stats this year. Zach LaVine averaging 20.5 points, 4.5 rebounds, 3.3 assists on good efficiency. There's Kobe White averaging 17 points. The efficiency isn't as good as it was last year, but I think he could bounce back to what he was. And here I believe we do have the NBA Cup finale. I'm not sure actually. Can we beat the Heat on the road? We do. We get our first injury of the year. Jalen Smith is going to be Mask Smith now as he broke his nose, so he'll be playing with the mask. He could play through it. Really good game from LaVine here. The problem is, like, LaVine builds up the trade value. He can show that he's healthy. Who wants Zach LaVine right now? Is it going to be a straight salary dump? Could I even expect a pick in return? You're going through some teams like, would Charlotte want to Ed LaVine between LaMelo and Braden Miller because they're not a big free agency destination? Would Milwaukee say, screw it, we'll give you Chris Middleton for LaVine. We get out of the LaVine contract. They get somebody younger, but Middleton's having a good year. I don't think they would do that. Philadelphia could have been a LaVine team last year. They don't make sense now that they have Paul George. Orlando could have always been a LaVine team. I don't really think so, and I don't want to take on Isaac or KCP's contract either. So I'm going through these teams like, would Indiana? Probably not. It just doesn't seem like he fits that style of play. I would say Miami could want LaVine. Like, I could try to do like Duncan Robinson and Terry Rozier for LaVine, and we just do that. Like, that could be a possibility. Would Detroit want LaVine for the cheap? That was rumored last year. Would the Nets even want Zach LaVine? But probably not, because they have Cam Thomas. Utah could maybe be a team. LA, the Clippers, or even the Lakers, both of those teams could get desperate. I don't think Golden State or San Antonio, Phoenix, or Houston would. Pels, no. Grizzlies, I doubt. Nuggets, probably not. Yeah, so I would say the only teams in the West that could maybe think about LaVine are the desperate ones trying to win with their aging stars. So the Lakers, the Clippers, and the Warriors. The Bucks and the Timberwolves are playing in the NBA Cup finale, and the Timberwolves ended up winning 112-97. We played Boston 2 times here. We lose both of them. Dalen Terry suffers the first non-playable injury. He's been better. I don't know. He's been so bad, actually. I just got offered from the Pacers. I had to soon move for Isaiah Jackson. We already have a former Pacers center, Jalen Smith. I don't really need Isaiah Jackson. And if I'm trading away I had to soon move, I'd want some picks, honestly, rather than a player that may just get caught in this rotation. So we actually, for the first time this year, picked up back-to-back wins. We beat the Bucks by 6. We beat the Hornets by 11. I mean, LaVine, it would have been nice if you played well against these teams to try to build up that trade value. He did not play well against the Hornets. He played better against the Bucks. So at the end of the 2024 calendar year, the Chicago Bulls are 12-21. We have a negative 5.5 point differential. We are the 12th seed in the Eastern Conference. And we just lost to the Washington Wizards by 16 points. You know what's going to happen right now? Something I've never even done in a rebuild. I'm going to fire Billy Donovan mid-season. Yeah, they've gone through Fred Hoiberg. They've gone from Jim Boylan. We are going to fire Billy Donovan right now. There isn't really much of a coaching staff anymore in 2K. It's simplified a little bit, so I can't really promote it interim. I guess Will Hardy got fired, which doesn't make a lot of sense. I wouldn't mind getting him in the off season. But yeah, we do have what's unsold, actually. We're going to promote him just to be the interim head coach. We'll probably get somebody new at the end of the year. So we lose to the Wizards, and then we hire their former coach to be the head coach for us. It's just, yeah, Billy Donovan lost the locker room. Maybe he's going to go teach college basketball. We got to go in a different direction. And Josh Giddey suffers a sprained left knee. He's going to miss a few games. We didn't get like the new coach theory here. We ended up losing by 17 to the Knicks in the first game with Wes Unseld, but we did beat the Spurs by 25 in the second game after that. Now, I'm not going to accept this offer because it doesn't really make any sense, and I don't want Jimmy Butler, but that is funny I got offered that to return Jimmy Butler to the state of Illinois. That just would be funny. He returns to a Bull. But if anything, I would try to give you Zach LaVine to build around Jimmy Butler. So usually what I like to do is get ahead of the market too. I'd like to maybe make trades before other teams make trades. But I just don't know if there's a good enough market to move Nikola Vucevic right now or Zach LaVine. Now, when you think about some of the worst contracts in the league, maybe it's Bradley Beal. Like, I'm sure the Suns would do Bradley Beal for Zach LaVine, but I don't want to do that, as Terrence Shannon was traded for Buddy Hield, Cody Martin for Caleb Houston, Jalen Wells in a second for Jock Landale, and a lottery protected first for Rashawn Holmes. What? I think the Wizards fleeced the Grizzlies on that one, which I feel like could be the other way around. So just to update around the league, as Domantas Sabonis currently 4th in MVP voting. Rookie of the Year, Montas is getting votes there. He is in the top 5, you know, even though his efficiency has not been great. Here is 6 Man of the Year, headlined by Amen Thompson. Wemby, who broke his left thigh, is still at the top of the DPOY race. Evan Mobley, minor-ish injury as well. And Amen Thompson's the top of the most improved race. I guess everybody in Sacramento is clutch. They got 3 of the top 5 in the clutch player of the year race. If we take a look at the standings, the Celtics are 39, picking up where they left off at the end of the 2024 season after winning it all. Philly, Milwaukee, Cleveland, Orlando, teams you'd expect there. Charlotte, maybe not as much. The Knicks have definitely been disappointing. Same with Miami and Indiana. We are currently there as the 11th seed, which is where I expect the Bulls to be, but we need to drop. That is right around the range where we could end up losing our first round pick. Top teams in the West, Dallas. So are we on course for another Dallas-Boston finals? Maybe. OKC, Minnesota, Denver, Sacramento, Memphis, Phoenix, LA, Houston, all the teams you'd pretty much expect. I'd say the most disappointing team is probably the Warriors. Also, just kind of figuring out if I want to make any minutes adjustments here throughout the starting rotation or even the bench unit. I think Dalen Terry has been so bad. I'm just not going to have anybody get those 10th man minutes. I think we can give a couple more to Lonzo. I think Matsas could probably use the benefit of, lesser minutes, but trying to allocate those minutes, or at least performing better in those minutes, I should say. So I would like to see if LaVine could do something with that trade value. Let's go a couple more to Pat Will. Let's go a couple more to Kobe White. Let's go with 34 to Giddey, and we can see what Vucevic can do with those minutes. He's averaging 13 points, 9 rebounds this year, shooting 28% from 3. Not good. Back-to-back home games here. We just beat the Kings. Can we beat the Pelicans, get a little bit of momentum? We lost. So if I was looking at point guards in this draft, like Nolan Traore, Boogie Flan, my top 2 guys, I would like to scout out duo from Providence, Proctor from Duke, and then you have DJ Wagner, Mark Sears from Alabama. Plenty of guards here. We scouted out most of the top shooting guards, but even Isaiah Evans from Duke. We could do Con Knipple from Duke as well. Jalen Stewart from UConn, Carter Knox from Arkansas, Cam Jones from Marquette. I like Tyron Grant Foster from Grand Canyon, Alex Caravan, Michael Ruzic from Spain, Kwame Evans from Oregon. Power forwards, yeah, let's scout out Carter Bryant, JT Toppin, Trayvon Brazil. We're going to get most of these guys scouted, and this would be a draft where I don't mind bringing in a couple rookies, even on second-round contracts. So I just got offered from the 76ers a first-round pick and Caleb Martin, which could be a good first-round pick, too. A swap best in 29 and Caleb Martin for Ayo Dosunmu. I like that offer, but I'm going to decline it. I do think we can revisit that at the deadline or in the offseason. Karis LeVert and a first-round pick for Josh Giddey also isn't a bad idea either. We could revisit that with Cleveland. And we ended off January with a loss. We are 17-32. We are not good. We are currently the 11th seed in the Eastern Conference. So we can't really get worse than that. I don't know. I do feel like Detroit's probably worse than us at this point. Washington and Brooklyn. Atlanta. Come on, you guys should be better than us. We are somehow fully healthy. We've been very lucky this year. And Kawhi, you hate to see it. He tore his right Achilles. He's out for the year. Mitchell Robinson ruptured his left Achilles. He's out for the year. Keontae George suffered a major injury. Same with Taurean Prince. Now, I wonder if Milwaukee would do this trade. I would be attaching a second-round pick for them to take on the extra year of Vucevic. I would probably buy out Brook Lopez. He's really been good this year, though. It's just it gives them, I guess, someone that's a couple years younger than Brook. Unfortunately, they would have to do Brook to get this deal done. I don't think, they don't have the financial wiggle room to do like Cody Zeller and Pat Connaughton, unfortunately. Like, say we tried this hypothetically, they're probably still off by a little bit, $5.74 million. So it is unfortunate because I would be willing to take on Pat Connaughton and Cody Zeller to get off of the Vooch contract. So you know what? It's a different day for me. I wanted to think things over, what I wanted to do with this Bulls team at the deadline. And yeah, you know what? I'm not playing scared. We're going to be trading Vucevic and LaVine. I don't want them on the roster anymore. I think I owe it to you Bulls fans or anybody rooting for this Bulls team long term to make these moves. So the Dallas Mavericks apparently can take on this contract. I believe it's going to be with a massive trade exception from Tim Hardaway Jr. We're going to be sending them Nikola Vucevic, which gives the Mavericks an opportunity to play 5 out. If they don't feel like Derek Lively or Daniel Gafford can optimize the best half-court offense, maybe with a certain lineup construction, they could have Nikola Vucevic out there that can now space the floor. You can have 5 guys out there with Vooch, Kyrie Irving, PJ Washington, Luka Doncic, and Klay Thompson. I'm going to be getting not the best first-round pick in the world, but hey, it's a first-round pick for Nikola Vucevic. I'm going to capitalize on that. Pleasure doing business with you, Dallas. And Atlanta is trying to build a backcourt of Zach LaVine and Trae Young. Honestly, this is incredible value for Zach LaVine, who's having a good season. You'd like the three-point shot to be a little bit better. We're going to be getting Clint Capella. We're not going to let him go. We could try to maybe reroute him somewhere else, but he's going to be a center that's just going to eat into what Nikola Vucevic had at the center spot, but I'm getting a first-round pick. So not only are we getting 2 first-round picks for Vucevic and LaVine, we're now going to have so many more minutes for the young guys that we want to see a decent amount of runtime for, and that could hopefully tank our record as well as we're trying to get a good pick in the 2025 draft. So Zach LaVine is an Atlanta Hawk. Nikola Vucevic is a Dallas Maverick. It's a new era here in Chicago. I'm also not done yet because we have a lot of minutes that can go out there. I want to see if there's maybe somebody that's towards the end of their rookie contract that's not maybe getting ample minutes out there and we could take a flyer on. And I wonder if Minnesota could possibly pull off this trade. Could we send them Javon Carter, a good defensive point guard that could help them out for the playoffs? We take a flyer on Leonard Miller. Why not? Who was a recent second round pick. They don't want to do that. What about if I throw in Torrey Craig and you throw in Joe Ingles, could that get it done? They still say no to that. And I would throw in one of my seconds down the line. They are going to still say no to that. Okay. All right. So we're actually going to do this trade. I'm going to be getting Utah's second rounder this year. We're going to be sending them Taylor Horton Tucker, who I still think could be something in this league, and my 2028 second. But we're going to get Leonard Miller, which I'm excited for. So yeah, I'm going to have Leonard Miller and Dalen Terry each get 10 minutes a night at the end of the rotation. Off the bench, it's going to be Lonzo Ball, Clint Capella, and Ayo Dosunmu, with Ayo being the sixth man. You're going to have Patrick Williams and Jalen Smith in the front court. You're going to have Matas getting the full-on starting small forward minutes, and Josh Giddey and Kobe White in the backcourt. We are 17-32 right now. We're 2-star defense under Wes Unseld. We're not going to be good towards the end of the year. At least I hope not. We'll definitely keep an eye on Atlanta, who may not make the playoffs, but hey, they could lose out on their first round pick, and that's maybe why they wanted Zach LaVine, because it's going to San Antonio. So maybe that can help them get in the playing tournament. As for Dallas, the rich are getting richer. Going from Dinwiddie to Vucevic was definitely worth it. And now we get the opportunity to see some of these guys in full swing. I'm not even opposed to bringing back, let's say, Clint Capella, if it's on a team favorable contract. If he's going to be the backup center, say we don't add anybody this offseason, the center duo could be Jalen Smith and Clint Capella next year, as I'm not going to get anything right there with Kobe White. And then we could see what we want to do going forward. Kobe's going to pull up right there. Missed that jumper. Also, kind of a big sample size. Wow, is that going to be a charge? Oh, you got to be kidding me. But I was going to say it's a good sample size for Ayo Dosunmu down the stretch, because he's going to be someone that's contract extension eligible. Like I said earlier in this, I'm definitely leaning more towards a Kobe White extension than an Ayo extension in this episode. But the next episode, I think, is going to come down to like me either extending Dosunmu or try to capitalize on his value right now. Well, it's probably at the highest under this AAV. Not gonna lie, I'm gonna miss Zach LaVine and Nikola Vucevic in a way, because it was fun in game number 1 this season where you can go 5 out. LaVine is so quick with the ball in his hands, but we need to bottom out. LaVine is just gonna make us more competitive in the Eastern Conference, and that's just not what we need right now. Kobe White gonna get to the rim right around Jaden Ivey. He's gonna finish inside there. A nice screen from Clint Capella. And maybe I'm not done yet. Maybe I'm still going to make a trade at the deadline. Do I want to see if I can get anything for Clint Capella? We could definitely see the market. Josh Giddey as well. Like, do I want to pay Josh Giddey $25+ million? I don't really know. So I could also see the Josh Giddey market as well, if there's anything out there. As Cade Cunningham's going to pull up for 3. That is no good. But Jalen Duren is right there on the glass. Matas inside with the left hand, and that is good. Nice inside touch there from the rookie. Buzelis getting to the rim again. Oh my God, Matas. Damn, that was impressive. He just posterized Jalen Duren. Quick first step to the rim. And that's what I need to see. We wouldn't maybe see him getting these crunch time minutes if Zach LaVine was still on this team. And that is some nice potential right there, even though he did miss the chance to complete the three-point play. Jaden Ivey driving. Good defense there from Kobe White. That is no good. Josh Giddey doing a nice job hitting that out. We have some numbers here. Patrick Williams, let's see what you can do inside. Anybody want to cut to the rim? I see you, Jalen Smith. You do have Tobias. Come on, dude. I don't know why we're running this three-point play for Josh Giddey, but he's going to knock it down. I feel like it should have been reversed with Josh Giddey handling the ball, and we throw it to Kobe White. Pick and pop here from Josh Giddey and Patrick Williams. Work to perfection. Patrick Williams is going to knock down the wide-open jumper. He's got 16 points and 2 rebounds. I do wonder about Patrick Williams' lack of rebounding ability. Is he good enough to be the power forward? And then do we maybe swap Buzelis and Patrick Williams right there in the forward spots, and Matas becomes the 4. Cade is going to make that 3. Makes it a 7-point game. Kobe White coming over some screens here. Should get a great look from 3. Great job there from Jalen Smith and Buzelis, but unfortunately Kobe White could not connect. Can Buzelis go right at Ausar Thompson? Nah. The one thing about Buzelis' game, was the separation coming out of the G League Ignite. Great drive there by Patrick Williams out to Kobe White. He should knock that one down. Bang. Nice playmaking ability there from P. Will. Oh, Giddey got Jaden Ivey in the air, and he's going to finish that 20-9 from Josh Giddey. We're running another 3-point play here for Giddey, it looks like. Or now we're going to get the high screen here from the left side from Jalen Smith. We're going to throw an alley-oop in. That just didn't work out whatsoever. We did get the ball back here. All right, no, get it back to Jalen Smith. He's got Ausar Thompson on him. 5 seconds on the shot clock. They're not going to send the double. I mean, not good shot by me there with Jalen Duren right there. Even though I should probably be trying to lose games right now, as Cade Cunningham's going to get a 3. He's going to make this a 9-point game with 1:44 left. But they're going to be pressing, so we should be able to break that with Kobe White's speed. Somebody want to run with me? All right, let's see if Buzelis can maybe knock down the shot here. Nice screen there from Pat Will. Pull-up jumper. Oh, that actually looked kind of nice. As Cade's going to get right by Josh Giddey. That's just the one downside with Josh Giddey. He's such a bad defender. I mean, obviously, there's another downside that he's not really a great shooter, but if he was just a good defender, I'd feel a little bit more comfortable about him going forward. I mean, maybe there's a chance that Giddey develops some defensive ability out there. Let's go back to this pick and roll between Pat Will and Coby White. Let's find him inside. Nice roll there from P. Will, and he blows the layup. The 7-point game. Oh my God, the alley-oop to Jalen Duren connects. It's a 5-point game. This is a generational choke job, or should I say a generational tank job? Because maybe we're okay losing this game, but they are going to foul for some reason. What are they doing? Are they setting the double? Buzelis is wide open for 3. Catch and shoot is no good. All right, Modest. That's going to be something you got to be consistent with going forward. But that is huge for Detroit. Tobias pulls up. He does miss that. That is huge. I almost throw it away. I think that's going to be out on Detroit, and it is going to be our ball. That's our ball. That's our ball. Coby White. I don't know what I'm doing right now. They're going to foul. So the free throw game went well for us. We ended up winning 105-95. Now we are going to enter here the 1 day closer to the trade deadline. I got offered Caleb Martin and that pick swap, which is a good pick for Ayo Dosunmu. I think that's still going to be on the table, so we could revisit that. But I don't know if I want to move Ayo right now, because I do want to see what his contract extension demand is going to be. And after we just lost to the Miami Heat, let's just see. If I wanted to do an extension, I can't with White. Dosunmu, Lonzo, I could. Honestly, I don't mind bringing back Lonzo on like a 1-year deal just to see what he could be for us going forward. I mean, him and Giddey as my point guard rotation isn't bad. That leaves with White and Dosunmu as my shooting guard rotation. Yeah, let's bring back Lonzo on a 1-year deal worth $10 million. I'm cool with that. So Josh Giddey, not terrible. Honestly, do I give him like $22 million over 4 years? It will go up. I don't hate that. So I think I'm going to not trade Giddey. I think I could definitely trade him in the offseason. I can't do an extension with Dosunmu or Coby White right now. And yeah, couldn't even move Josh Giddey now. He ended up getting hurt. I love how that was never fixed in 2K, that you could trade injured players. And I just went through all the Clint Capella trade ideas. None are going to go through. So we are going to, advance past the deadline. That pick isn't worth, I think, moving to Dosunmu. So this is the Bulls team we're going to have for the remaining part of the season. And yeah, we have not really been good since all those trades, which is fine with me. Like I said, I do want to be one of the worst teams in the league. Here in the Rising Stars game, we did get Modest here. He had 12 points, 1 assist, and 1 block. And obviously, we're not going to have any All-Stars this year as well. So just taking a look here at the award races, Luka is the #1 guy in the MVP race. No surprise there. Buzelis is number 4 in Rookie of the Year. Hopefully, he can maybe win that award by the end of the year. That'd be sweet. So it is March 15th here. Just taking a look at the playoff picture. The Chicago Bulls are 21-45. You see how we had to be bad, right? 6 games worse than the Raptors. They're 27-40, and they're going to be in the play-in tournament. That's how gross the Eastern Conference is this season. The teams you would expect are here, and then also a nice surprise from the Charlotte Hornets. We are there at 21-45. We gave the Hawks Zach LaVine. Please, Atlanta, be better than us. I don't think we end up worse than Washington or Brooklyn, sadly. Over in the Western Conference side of things, yeah, there's only 2 teams worse than us right now, and it's Portland and Utah, as you'd expect. And that is good. We are in full tank mode. We have been very bad since we moved on from Nikola Vucevic and Zach LaVine. You could just see how bad we are in the month of March. I don't believe we've won a single game here in March, unless it was early on. Nope, we have yet to win a game in March. That is so bad. Oh, wow. So Coby White is our leading scorer. I'm not going to dig too deep into the efficiency numbers. I think it is unfair making him my #1 option. Teams like defenses are obviously game planning around him. Hopefully Giddey's not great performance this year. I think maybe lower the value. We could re-sign him in free agency. Maybe it's going to be more of like a Jalen Green recent extension. Like he got 3 years, $100 million, but a player option on that last year. I'm not giving Josh Giddey $100 million, but maybe it's a 2+1. All right. Matsas has been bad. I mean, it's fine. He's going to go through the growing pains. He's going to be better next year. I don't really have anybody else to play, so I think we just want this disastrous season to be over with. I don't know what Chicago would be looking forward to. Maybe the Bears made a deep run in the playoffs. I mean, Cubs baseball starting up. I don't think the White Sox are too much to look forward to. Yeah, who knows? Maybe the Chicago Blackhawks are in the playoffs. Maybe Northwestern is making a run in the tourney. So we're pretty much going to have this draft class fully scouted out, at least the top 45. And like I said, I think a couple times, I'd like to get more than 1 first-round pick in this draft. So that Mavericks pick that we got, that Hawks pick, or I guess it was the Bucks pick later on, I'd like to use those to get another draft pick. Wow. On March 29th, we picked up our first win in the month of March. That does not even feel real. Wow. So if we look at our record by the month of March, I'm just kind of scared to see what it looks like. So through 15 games, will it actually give me the record? It does not, but we were, I think, the worst team in the NBA. So if I actually take a look here at the NBA standings, let's see how low we are. So the Hawks are 2 games better than us. Great. We're only 2 games better than Washington and Brooklyn. So that is my goal, is just to finish worse than those teams, as Portland and Utah are pretty much better than us right now, or at least Portland is. So this is a massive game against Portland. Oh no, we beat the Raptors. We don't want that. Please lose this game. Lose this game. Oh man, all right. So I don't think we're going to finish worse than Portland. Giddey had a triple-double. Road game here against the Hornets. What? How have we won 4 out of our last 5? Are you kidding me? We're really going to hurt our draft stock. Oh, that is unfortunate. So please lose against Washington. I mean, they're going to finish worse than us anyway, so this game doesn't really matter. And we ended up losing. So we finish off the season against Philadelphia. I mean, what a disaster season for the Bulls. But you know what? This is where we need to be. If our pick was not in the top 10, we'd have to give it to San Antonio. So I needed to be bad. So I'm perfectly fine, honestly, with how the season ended up. And we actually beat Philadelphia on the final game of the season as Luka Doncic ends up winning MVP. Alex Sarr, not Modest Buzelis, after the horrible second half. Sarr gets Rookie of the Year. Amen Thompson, 6th man. Wemby, Depoy. Amen Thompson, Most Improved. And Steph Curry, Clutch Player of the Year. Jason Kidd and what would be, I believe, Tim Connolly would get Executive of the Year. So All-NBA First Team. Nobody, I guess, yeah. Never mind. There are 2 surprising names. Wemby, already All-NBA First Team in year 2. Domantas Sabonis made it. Jokic is hurt, and he's going to be hurt for the playoffs. That is a big blow. Trae Young, Embiid, Ja, Halliburton, and LaMelo Ball. A lot of point guards here on All-NBA second team. Third team, Shea falls all the way to third team. Same with Tatum. Shout out to Scotty Barnes making it. And then there's 2 Lakers. OG Anunoby, spinal injury. He's going to be out for the playoffs for the Knicks or the play-in tournament. Here's all defensive second team. Modest Buzelis, oh my God, he got a severe ankle sprain. So I don't know if that's going to put him out for the summer league, but he did not finish the season on a high note. Somehow makes all-rookie first team, which I guess I'll take. And we are not going to be here in the playoff picture whatsoever. We finished with a 26-56 record, 1 game worse than the Atlanta Hawks. So there's, I think, a 100% chance we're going to be able to keep our pick this year. Negative 5.9 point differential. And just like a quick player report card, Kobe White, I'm going to give this season a B. Definitely a step back from what he was last year. But now, since DeRozan is gone, Levine's gone, Vucevic is gone, he ended up being one of the top scoring options, the top scoring option for our team, and other opponent teams' defenses were able to game plan against them. Josh Giddey, I mean, he was better towards the end of the season. I'll give Josh Giddey a C+. 3-point shot didn't improve. I mean, solid playmaking and rebounding, but nothing to get too excited about. I would say Adebayo was probably a B, B+ as well. Still a good 3-point shooter, but not as elite as he was last year. Pat Will was good. I'd like for him to score more points since we moved on from our top 2 scoring options, or 2 of the top 3. All right. If Patrick Williams doesn't maybe take a step as an offensive-minded guy next year, we'll maybe have to reevaluate what he is to this team going forward. Maybe he's going to be more of a role player. Buzelis, it was definitely up and down for him this year. Hopefully the efficiency could bounce back next year. Jalen Smith was fine. I asked him to be the starting center for some points. Capella also fine as well. We'll see what he's asking for in free agency. And Lonzo Ball, welcome back. He was a good 3-point shooter this year, good playmaker, solid rebounder. He could be the starting point guard if we don't bring back Josh Giddey. And the only other guy I feel like on our team that could be on this rotation next year, or I guess there's a few, like Liddell could be here, Sanogo could be here, Julian Phillips maybe. I should have gave him a little bit more runtime. Leonard Miller was actually not too shabby for us. He could be in discussion for the rotation next year. Dalen Terry was pretty bad. Year 3, those are your numbers. That's kind of alarming. So the teams to make it out of the play-in tournament, you have the Pacers, the Knicks, the Lakers, and the Rockets. Let's see who advanced to the conference semifinals. In the East, you're going to have Boston, Milwaukee, and the Knicks beat Philly. They swept Philly. They're going to be taking on Orlando. The 1 and the 5 seeds advance in the West, and the 2 and the 3 seeds rematch of the WCF here in round number 2. And the teams in the conference finals going to be the New York Knicks and the Milwaukee Bucks. So the Knicks as the 7th seed without OG Anunoby are here in the conference finals. Okay, and then you have OKC versus Minnesota, Ant versus Shea. That's an elite matchup right there. The NBA finals are going to be the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Milwaukee Bucks. And the team that is going to win the 2025 finals are going to be the Oklahoma City Thunder in 7 games, with Shea Gilgeous-Alexander being your finals MVP. All right, now this is what we were maybe looking forward to here, the 2025 offseason, where we can maybe make some notable changes to this team, its identity, its core going forward. Now that I'm the GM, we're going to get a new head coach as well. We fired Billy Donovan midway through the year. Brian Keefe ends up retiring. Russ heads to the Hall of Fame. He gets his jersey retired by OKC and Lowry by Toronto. I don't think there's going to be any rule changes this year. There could be expansion teams maybe sooner than later, but let's see how the oh my God, I'm nervous. This draft lottery is going to treat us, man. We were projected pick 4, 12.5% chance at number 1. That Portland pick at 6. It's lottery protected. We're not getting that. All right, here we go. Do not drop me, please, to 7. I think that'd be the worst case scenario. Okay, so the Blazers are there at 7. That would have been our pick. So we could leverage that with Portland as well going forward. Oh, man, damn it, that sucks. So we drop from 4 to 6 here. That actually does suck a ton. Damn, Atlanta. Oh, my God. Their pick is number 4, so the Spurs get the Hawks pick there from the DeJounte Murray trade. The Kings end up with the number 1 pick. I'm going to trade the Rockets pick to Brooklyn, so don't worry about that. Shame on 2K for not even updating that at all. It's kind of lazy on their part. So we do have the 6th overall pick in this year's draft. So that Portland pick we own also has some protections on it going forward. It's not going to be unprotected next year, but I do think we are going to be able to use it at one point. Obviously, we could use it in a trade. Next year, our pick, I believe, also has a protection. It might go to like top 8 protected. So it's not like the Spurs own it outright. Do I hire Rick Brunson as my head coach just to steal Jalen away from New York eventually? I mean, Jalen Brunson does have Illinois ties. All right, so I offered a bunch of head coaches deals. So James Borrego gets blocked, unfortunately. I was looking at him. I thought about Will Hardy, but he was let go from the Jazz, and I don't really think that's kind of realistic. So I'm going to actually sign Quinn Snyder, who the Hawks let go. I mean, they were very bad this year, but I do still think Quinn Snyder is a good coach in this league. And I know we're kind of going into a rebuild, but that could maybe mean we should go after like a former assistant coach like Chris Quinn we were able to pick up. But I think Quinn Snyder is a good coach in this league, and he's going to be the next Chicago Bulls head coach. And we are going to hopefully pick up Taylor Stewart to be the team doctor and James King to be the GM, and we're going to do that. Hopefully James King doesn't act like Billy King whatsoever. So here we are with the combine. We can kind of see the strongest guys in this draft. There's Donnie Freeman out of Syracuse. He could definitely be in play for number 6. The highest vertical jump, Ian Jackson. Yeah, I would be very excited about Ian Jackson or Drake Powell, the 2 guys from UNC. And we do have 9 pre-draft workouts we can hold. I mean, we'll send Cooper Flagg. I'm not going to get him. Nolan Traore, we will send. Dylan Harper, we will send. VJ Edgecombe. Come on, we will. Igor Demon, sure. That gives me 3 more. We'll do Ian Jackson. We'll do Trey Johnson. And we'll do Ben Seraph here. So if we look at these guys, quickest one is Dylan Harper. If he falls to 6, I am definitely taking him. Strongest guys you would probably expect right there. NBA moving 3, Trey Johnson. He could also be in play because as much as I like Kobe White, I don't mind taking a shooting guard here and figure out what we want going forward. So I wonder if the Thunder, who have pick 12, would be interested in getting future first-round picks. Like if I offered them this Milwaukee swap that we got from the Levine trade, and if I offered, I want to say this swap works with Dallas and OKC going forward, could I maybe get the 12th pick in this year's draft? They say no to that. I don't really know if I have any players to move on draft night. Like Julian Phillips would probably be somebody. Leonard Miller. I mean, both these guys I should probably be open to about moving. All right, could I actually do Julian Phillips and that swap worst with Dallas? Or do I like Leonard Miller or Julian Phillips more? I know Julian Phillips has shown some promise for the Bulls, so I'm actually going to maybe try to hold on to him. And we'll do Leonard Miller and that pick for 12. They say no. All right, what about if we do the other first round pick, which would be this, or no, excuse me, it would be this one for 12. They say no, really? All right, what about Leonard Miller for pick 18? Would the Spurs do this? That's via Charlotte. They say no, and I would throw in this pick right here, and they would say yes to that. So we're going to have 2 first-round picks, and we have 3 inside the top 33. The Sacramento Kings with number 1 select Cooper Flagg, which is kind of sick. I assume you just run its course with DeMar DeRozan, and then you have him and Keegan Murray with your forward spots going forward. The Nets at number 2 select Ace Bailey. The Wizards at number 3 take Nolan Traore, and unfortunately the next 2 teams would probably take a point guard, so I don't think Dylan Harper is going to be there. Okay, Igor Demon goes to, or Demon, I've heard some people say Demon, but I thought it was Demon, goes to the Spurs there, and at number 5, the Jazz take Dylan Harper. Damn it, that's the guy I wanted. And unfortunately, he goes the pick before us. So you know what? I'm not going to go Kaman Muach there. I'm not going to take him out of Duke. I'm going to go VJ Edgecombe out of Baylor that I think has superstar potential in this league as a 3-level scorer. And I think is going to draw a lot of comparisons, depending on how his season goes at Baylor, to Anthony Edwards from his time at Georgia. So with the 6th overall pick, the Chicago Bulls are going to take VJ Edgecombe at Baylor, and hopefully he can be part of this franchise turnaround. So we can monitor the next couple of picks here as number 7, Dwap Reith was traded for Zach LaVine. Oh my God, Zach LaVine was traded to Portland. Okay. And Hugo Gonzalez is a Spur. I'm not really sure what Portland's game plan is there. I'm not really sure if I agree with that. Does that mean Shaedon Sharpe would be on the trade block? I'm sure they would move Anthony Simons. We have another pick getting traded, 10 and Bogdan Bogdanovic for Hugo Gonzalez. So I guess the Hawks decide to get Bogdan back, and then they trade Hugo, so they move LaVine. I'm not really sure what Atlanta's doing on draft night here, but they get Trey Johnson. Joel Bethea goes to New Orleans. That's a great pick. OKC gets Ian Jackson at 12. Love that for them. Golden State here at 13 is going to be trading the pick to the Clippers. I thought that was going to say Kawhi Leonard, but it's for Derrick Jones Jr. and Terrence Mann. Probably the right move for Los Angeles to get some draft capital on draft night. Boogie Fland goes to Miami. That's a great pick. Noah Essengate to Houston. Brooklyn gets Colin Murray-Boyles. That's a good defensive pick right there. And William McNeil, out of UConn, goes right before us. So I'm going to take Ben Seraph here out of Israel with my next pick. He's someone that is very crafty with his size and the ball in his hand. So he's 6'6", but he could be, I think, a point guard in this league. He could be a shooting guard. He could be a small forward. I think it gives us some versatility. I know I should probably look to add some front court guys, but we do have the 33rd pick, so I'm going to look at somebody there. Now, if Donnie Freeman doesn't go here at number 20, I think I'm going to try to trade up for him, but it would be tough. So I'm going to try to move up 12 spots for Donnie Freeman. Now, I don't know who that would include. That'd probably include me trading away Julian Phillips. And I know Bulls fans like him a ton, but the problem is I don't really have much to move for this pick. So let's just hope that he keeps falling. Alex Caravan out of UConn goes. Utah takes Zvonimir Visic. Let's see who the Magic take here. I don't think they'd take Donnie Freeman, but they're trading the pick for Draymond Green. Whoa, and JT Toppin goes there. Con Knipple goes to Memphis. I mean, maybe Donnie Freeman falls. Wow, Drake Powell at that spot is great value as I'm losing my breath as I speak. All right, Sandy goes out of ASU. Ethan Almanza goes out of Spain. Kwame Evans goes. All right, I think I'm going to just hope. All right, he does not go in the first round unless he got picked already. But we still have Donnie Freeman on the board. Oh my God, Detroit. Okay. We're not done yet. Let's see if we can maybe trade for him. Never mind. It's going to be just impossible to trade for him, I think. Oh, 2 picks before me. What are you going to do? So I'm going to take, I believe he's still here, Rocco Zikarsky out of the Brisbane Bullets, playing in the NBL. Really good shot blocker. I think could be a lottery pick in real life come draft night. I wanted Donnie Freeman, though, out of Syracuse. And for some reason, you still can't trade for these guys. Unless it's via you, like, moving them. Actually, can I include them? I can. Huh. I mean, would they do this trade? I would probably take Donnie Freeman on this team for Rocco Zikarsky. They would want to swap seconds. All right, so at the end of the day, we're going to get Donnie Freeman. So yeah, that is going to conclude the 2025 draft. I am very happy with what I got right there. Freeman, Ben Seraph, and VJ Edgecombe, I think could be a nice class for us going forward. $6.8 million for Javon Carter. We're going to decline. Honestly, $5.4 million for Dalen Terry. I know I'm really not going to sign anybody too big, but we're actually going to decline that because I just got 3 rookies that I'd rather play over him next year. I'd rather play Julian Phillips over him, so he's gone. We're going to give Giddey and Sanogo the qualifying offers. A Chicago Bulls reunion with Jimmy Butler would kind of be sick. I mean, maybe I tell myself, let's not enter into a full rebuild and let's just try to make the playoffs next year. I mean, I'm not opposed to that. We're a big market and we have that money. I'm kind of tempted in doing that. But then I'm looking at this roster right now. I would have to figure out what the center spot would look like, but we'd have plenty of depth if I got Jimmy Butler. I'm really tempted about bringing him home to Chicago. The problem is, though, I'm still open to bringing back Josh Giddey. I'm not sure what his cap hold is going to look like. $27 million. I mean, I could sign, I believe, Jimmy Butler and bring him back, but we just have such an open hole at the center spot, and I'm not giving Clint Capella that much money. So, I mean, at this point in Jimmy's career, does he want to carry this team to the playoffs next year and maybe could be a good mentor for Matas Buzelis? Does he have any real offers? He does not. That's kind of disrespectful for Jimmy. So I'm going to give Jimmy a 2-year deal, $90 million, the last, I guess, notable deal of his career. I'm not going to offer no trade clause in there just in case it goes south. Let's see. I'm debating lowering it, but no, I think we could be okay right there. Let's see. We sign Josh Giddey, or we can keep Josh Giddey, excuse me. Renounce the rights on these guys. Basically everybody here. And we have these trade exceptions. All right. Those could be valuable. And I don't have to renounce the rights on Josh Giddey. I'm bringing Jimmy Butler back to the Chicago Bulls. Why not? All right. So Josh Giddey just got 3 years, $80 million from the Clippers. He did not want to re-sign with us. That kind of screwed us because it happened right before moratorium ended. So I'm basically choosing between Jimmy Butler or Josh Giddey. I think we're actually going to choose Jimmy Butler over Josh Giddey. I want to go a different route here instead of entering into a full rebuild. Maybe that's what Chicago wants to do, but I want to bring Jimmy here and hopefully build around him maybe in the last 2 years of his career and could get a ring. So we are going to do that. We are going to sign Jimmy Butler and we're going to renounce the rights on Josh Giddey. Now, I have no idea what's going on with the Clippers. Maybe I shouldn't have renounced the rights on Giddey. He could still appear here, which he does not. And hey, we still have some cap space. We do. Now that we didn't bring back Josh Giddey, we could target Clint Capella. Now, I'm not giving him $20 million a year, but we could look to bring him back. If he wants $20 million a year, he's getting a 1-year deal. So we'll do 1 year, $19 million for Clint Capella. We should be able to get him back on that, and boom, there we go. And this Bulls team is something now, it is, because this is going to take some of the load off of Coby White. Jimmy Butler is going to be a mentor for Bruce Ellis, and Bruce Ellis was god-awful at the end of last year's season. So he's going to be a bench player potentially, but he could also, if he outplays Patrick Williams, be the power forward. I'm going to try to sign, I think, one more point guard, but Dosunmu and Coby White could easily play a combo guard for sure. We have 2 young guys right here. We have Butler, Bruce Ellis, Pat Will, Freeman, Phillips. I'm fine with this team. I don't think it's like elite. I don't think we're winning the finals, but I do think we have the potential to do something next year. So I'm going to take a flyer on Scottie Pippen Jr., somebody I don't normally sign. It's going to be a 1+1. It's going to have a team option, and we are going to bring Scottie Pippen Jr., the son of Scottie Pippen, who obviously is a Chicago Bulls legend, here to the Bulls. Also, I'm going to sign Trey Lyles, 2 years, $8 million. I feel like that's a great 4th power forward for us. And yeah, the Chicago Bulls have signed Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler and Quinn Snyder are going to bring this Bulls team back to the promised land. And Jimmy Butler's regressing. That's great. It's fine. It's fine. I think I'm still excited about this team this season for sure. So our 1st round pick becomes top 8 protected the next 2 years, and then it becomes 2nd round pick. So let's see how we perform in the summer league, as we are going to be taking on the Atlanta Hawks in the 1st round here. They have Trey Johnson. Yeah, they did draft Hugo Gonzalez, but then he was traded on draft night. So we could see if Modest is healthy, how he's going to look like, and he is healthy out there, and we have VJ Edgecombe and all those guys. So I'd actually kind of like to see them maybe a little bit if we can hop in here to a close game. And here we are. We could see our first look at VJ Edgecombe coming off a screen right there, and he's going to knock down that jumper. I think that's the most exciting part, and I think me getting VJ Edgecombe, obviously, if I ended up drafting maybe like Cooper Flagg or Ace Bailey, I could also say the same thing. But now we have like this extremely high upside wing in Edgecombe, and that could light a fire under this team with Jimmy Butler as well. All right, let's see Edgecombe go to the rim right here. Throw it down, VJ. Oh, he's going to finish with the right hand. He's got 13 points right now. And also, like, Donnie Freeman, I'm excited about. Ben Surratt's going to get in this game. Modest Buzelis here, too. I wanted to bring excitement back to the Bulls. I didn't want to be a full tanking team this year. Maybe that's what they end up doing in real life. But no, I want to make the playoffs under Jimmy Butler. I still can't believe I kind of did that, as this guy's trying to cook me right now, which is kind of insane. Zachary Risache trying to go right at Buzelis. And that was a cool thing pre-draft too. Buzelis wanted to go one-on-one in just like a one-on-one game pickup against Risache. Risache didn't end up doing it, but yeah, Buzelis for some reason I don't think likes Risache, or at least thought he was the best player in the draft. Ooh, that would have been a nice block. And yeah, we got Ben Seraph in the game. I don't think he's going to have a good rookie year by any means. He's going to be like, not definitely in the rotation to start off the year. Maybe Donnie Freeman cracks it, but I think just because of our excess of like guards and wings right now, I don't think he's going to be in it. Edgecombe was supposed to come off a screen right there, but a terrible job by Seraph on the pick attempt right there. Freeman can't finish inside. 6-point game here. We got VJ Edgecombe coming off a screen. He's going to get around his man inside, but just terrible spacing, and Edgecombe is going to turn it over. All right, let's push it a little bit here. We're up by 6. Buzelis, run to the rim. Is he going to be open? Yes, he is. Buzelis hopefully worked on the 3-point shot this offseason. Maybe not. Maybe he was golfing too much. Killian Hayes for 3. Dude, go be a family man. Why are you still in summer week? You were drafted in 2020, my guy. What are we doing? Edgecombe in the corner. Oh, he got his man in the air. Yeah, this is going to be easy. Pull up. Just should be the easiest jumper in the world. And he missed it. Come on, VJ. Risache, what are you trying to do on Donnie Freeman, man? No way. I think he's going to be a great defender right away. Freeman and Edgecombe working the pick and roll. Edgecombe's going to get to the rim, and he's going to somehow finish that with the right hand. So we advance. We're going to take on the LA Clippers here in the Summer League. We ended up beating them, and we're advancing. Edgecombe at 13 points here. We have Zaire Williams on our Summer League squad. Can we beat the Rockets and advance to the semifinals? Probably not. I feel like the Rockets are just OP because, yeah, they got, is that Trey Mann? It is. But Cam Whitmore, Amen Thompson, Noah Essengate, Reed Shepard, Filipowski, Caravan. How did they get all these guys? I don't know. The champions are actually the Golden State Warriors. The All-Star game next year is going to be in Minneapolis, Minnesota. And the top guys for the 2026 draft you may have heard of: AJ Dybantsa, who hasn't committed to a college yet, and Cameron Boozer, who just put up 38 points in the Hoop Summit game. Caleb Wilson had a great game. Dybantsa put up 23. But yeah, it's pretty much the AJ Dybantsa, Cameron Boozer draft. Koa Pete, Darren Peterson, all top guys there. Darius Acuff Jr., Aiden Sheridan, Darion Reed, Caden Boozer could all be pretty good as well. So yeah, let's map out this rotation for episode number 2. And if you want to see that, drop a thumbs up on this video. 3,000 likes for episode 2. So this is going to be the rotation. Lonzo Ball, Kobe White, Jimmy Butler, Patrick Williams, and Clint Capella in the starting 5 with a bench of Ayo Dosunmu, VJ Edgecombe, Montez Buzelis, Jalen Smith, and Julian Phillips. So I'm giving Phillips some run time. If he does not play well, we could definitely go to Donnie Freeman or Scottie Pippen Jr. And we are definitely going to have VJ Edgecombe be mentored by Jimmy Butler. And I'm excited about the backcourt of Kobe White and Lonzo Ball, because last year with Giddey, I mean, Kobe White not the best defender in the world, neither is Giddey. Lonzo, who can be an elite defender, can make that defensive backcourt better. And I do think this team could use another veteran or two throughout the season, but I'm very excited for year number 2. So I hope you guys did enjoy. Like I said a couple times in this video, 3,000 likes for episode 2, and I will drop that ASAP. Let me know if you guys did enjoy. Let me know in the comments what you guys think and what we should do throughout this season. I love you guys, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.